digital radio, on the app, on your smartphone, on X, YouTube, and Facebook. The Sportscast. Expect the unexpected.
The Jersey Boys Sports Talk presented by The Sportscast.
The Jersey Boys Sports Talk with Victor Arocho and Byron Jones. And here's your host, Victor Arocho.
All right, let's get it going. Live out of Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Welcome to the Jersey Boys Sports Talk, hosted by Byron Jones and Victor Arocho, brought to you by The Sportscast. Today is May. What day is it, Byron?
7.
May 7th. Today's May 7th, 2026. Man, I don't even know the days anymore. 2026. If you haven't yet, subscribe to us on all your social media channels, X, Spotify, Facebook, YouTube. If you like what you see here now, smash the like button, hit the notifications. You'll be able to see all our past podcasts, and we're streaming live right now. You could also come in, join right now, and leave comments in the comment section. All righty, let's bring to the stage one of our. Well, first of all, Byron, how's it going today?
Oh, it was wonderful. I had a mutiny with the kids today, so I came home early.
You had a mutiny?
Yeah.
You're having a struggle, aren't you, with these little kids?
Ooh, man, yeah, because I can't say what I really want to say to them. So
no, you cannot. No, you cannot. All right, well, let's bring to the stage. Hold on a second. My computer said. Let's bring to the stage one of our favorite co-hosts and the host of the Donut Bag, Mr. Joey Toscano. As always, welcome to the Jersey Boys Sports Talk. How you doing, Mr. Joey?
Hello. Long time no see.
Welcome back. Feels like that, especially me. I've been on the travel run. I'm traveling again in a couple weeks, but I should be back for the show. All right, let's get going on. We got a lot to talk about. Obviously, Giants are still making big moves. We got some more big boys. Byron, you seen some of the news out there regarding that pretty much Harbaugh is just saying we're going big. He wants just size. We just got a defensive tackle. It's not going to be sexy Dexy, but we got a tackle that's not so bad, and he's a big boy. I mean, do you agree? Just even if you're just a big dude on the line, it's still a problem, right? Because we got 4 fast linebackers. So what do you think about our latest? Let's see here. We got the banners. Giant. Here we go. Giant signed defensive tackle DJ Reader. Played for the Lions previously.
Oh, he's got to be of his own way.
What's that?
Good pickup. That's a good pickup. He's really good against the run. He's not going to give us the same pass rush, but he's really good against the run.
Really? So how does this put your position with your sister here, since we got a Lions guy? You know, your sister's gonna be.
My sister's a trade out. I don't.
She gonna be mad at me.
I don't want to talk about her.
She's gonna be mad at me for keep bringing it up, but I can't help it, right? What am I supposed to do when we take a defensive player from the Lions?
She'll come back. She'll come to her senses one day. She'll be back. They always come back.
Joey, you know the story, Joey? We're gonna give you some back end story.
No, what's going on?
Yeah, why don't you tell the story, Byron? It's your sister.
My sister was a diehard Giant fan. I mean, Giant shoes and this and that. I mean, a ton of stuff for the Giants. She
like your room with Giant stuff.
Next, oh yeah, just like your room. I mean, full of just Giant stuff. Next, she goes on a trip to go see my cousins in Detroit who live in Detroit and are Detroit Lion fans. And next, they sucked her in. She stepped into the light and became a Lions fan, just like
into
that.
The dark, not the light.
The dark side.
Sounds like she got brainwashed.
And just flipped, man. And then she gave us heat for calling us out. She gave Byron a lot of stuff. She's gonna probably come on if she hears us talking. But I think it's funny that we take a DT because remember the Lions defense has been pretty good. So getting this guy, and he's big, isn't he, Byron? DJ Reader?
Like about 330, about 630, about 6'3", about 330. One biscuit away from 350.
I have no problem sending him a biscuit. The boy, yeah, he's 31 years old, right? And let's see what his size is. But look, that's I'm telling you, everything I'm hearing is stating that pretty much he's 6'3", 330. That's a big boy.
Probably bigger than that.
That's what they're saying. Yeah, that's true. But the deal is, it's not, obviously it's not a Dexter Lawrence, but it's enough for me. I mean, I think we're making the right moves. That's a big lineman, right?
You figure.
We talked last week, Joey. You agree? What's the top of the line? Keep the people off the linebackers. We got a linebacker now that runs a 4. What does he run? A 4.46 as a linebacker. We got Tremaine Edwards. We got Abdul Carter. We got Brian Burns. I mean, that's a serious. And then we got Thibodeau, which we're probably going to trade, I think. But if we don't, man, he's not a bad guy. He's going to have to step it up. Would you agree, Byron? Either he's going to get better and step it up because, Harbaugh's saying that he's not really looking to trade him, but, that's what they say, or they got to trade him.
Yeah, because you don't want to just give him away for nothing because, they didn't pick up his 5th-year option. So we don't want him to walk away for free. So either, he puts up the numbers or, we got to trade him at the trade line, trade deadline.
Yeah. I'm really happy with this pickup. Byron, Harbaugh's doing everything. He must be listening to our show. He's doing everything we've been saying for the last 6 years. Right?
Getting rid of everybody?
No. Get the line straight. Defensive, offensive line straight. Period. Yes or no? That's what we've been talking about for 6 years.
Work from the inside out.
And play smash mouth football. I told somebody about smash mouth football. They started laughing. You're definitely from the north. They're not used to I said in the trenches. Right? That's where they weren't used to hearing that word, in the trenches. Well, hey, I'm really happy with that pickup. I'm excited for the season, man. I mean, I don't want the year to go by because, once football season comes, it's almost like your year is over because it goes so fast. You know what I mean? So what do you think about that, Joe? I mean, what you think about our trades, our free agency, our drafts? Because we haven't talked to you in a while.
It's all looking good. You got a great offseason. Harbaugh is working his magic already. Like you said, he's fortifying those lines, getting that I don't even know how you say Mayagua or whatever his name is in the 10th pick. Great. The defense is looking great. Reader's a great pickup because he's not going to penetrate, but he's just going to eat up those offensive linemen to let the linebackers all do their jobs. And you have a great group of linebackers. It's all looking good. It's the Giants are going to improve so much this year just on the fact that they're getting Jackson Dart, Malik Neighbors, and Scatterbo back. That's like acquiring 3-star players right there. It's going to be amazing. The Giants are going to improve so much. I'm going to hate it already. I'm already jealous.
It's interesting. Hey, listen, I couldn't be happier with everything. People have some criticism on the picks that we should have picked someone else and this and that, but right now, until he changes, lets us down, I like every move he's made. Picking up this guy for me made me happy, right? Because everybody's like, "How are you going to replace Dexter Lawrence?" He started from the linebackers. I'm still at the point where we talked about it last week, right? Look, you need a run game. You definitely need a run game to be able to do the RPO. There's no doubt about it, right? And one DJ Mack, one of our listeners, comes on quite a bit. He's true. He made a good point that I like. Who really won with the Super Bowl with a running back? Well, Seattle did, and then Seattle traded him. So that's how valuable they really think that the running back can make a difference in the game. You understand? And my point being is we all call it a quarterback league, right? So if you got linebackers that could run 4.46, and Brian Burns had 16 sacks last year, that's with Dexter Lawrence playing out of shape. You know what I mean? Now we got 4 linebackers. Who are you going to block? I mean, he may get 20 sacks. So,
Whoa.
What's the matter? That's too much, Byron?
Whoa, that's a lot. 20. That's too much. That's too much.
You think it's too much? It's better than Froggy getting 2 interceptions as a team.
No, that was 0.
No, Froggy said 2. He doubled it to 2. All right. Froggy's watching the Knicks game. We got to bring him back because bring him back. He won't even talk football. He's going to want to talk about the Knicks. So we got here with Dexter Lawrence out. Giants are able to land top defensive tackle on the market. Wow, I didn't even know he was the top DT on the market, and he came to the Giants. They want to play for the Giants. Giants are hot. Did you see my boy Jackson Dart at the Derby?
He was
He wore
sharp,
some
man.
goofy
I
outfit.
saw that suit,
That brother
man.
was styling.
He was styling. He had
The white hat.
that pose.
Yeah,
Man,
that boy,
he
I'm
was
telling you,
sharp.
he's going Joe Burrow, but Joe Burrow got a stylist too. You know, those boys are balling, and when you're in New York, you want to look good. So, we're good. So, look, we land the top. Think about it. People are wanting to come to play for the Giants. They're wanting to play. They're seeing what he's doing. They like the attitude. They're young, right? They're having fun. And, all the reports are saying, Harbaugh's just saying, I want big people. Because he knows what he has to compete against. His only concern is the Eagles. And the Eagles are imploding themselves anyway. So we'll see. They did pretty good with their draft, but we'll see what happens there. Right now, we just focus on our division. That's the number one thing. Right? And I think we're going to be the surprise team.
I agree.
We're going to be a surprise team. Harbaugh's not messing around. He's not looking for a rebuild. He's looking to make the playoffs this year. And we got all the pieces in place. So let's see who's going. DJ stats: 28 total tackles, 4 QB hits, 0 sacks. That's all right. He's got 28 tackles. That's not bad, right? And he's going to block up the hole. And we got linebackers to make the tackles. As long as those linemen don't hit our linebackers, we're in good shape.
Just occupy those offensive linemen so the linebackers can do their job.
Exactly. And we got fast linebackers.
Take up bodies. Take up bodies.
Giants signed veteran defensive tackle Leaky Futu, who played for the Texans previously. Texans had a good defense too. What's up with this guy, Byron?
Never heard of him until this second.
You never heard of him until this second? Well, he played for
Never heard of him.
the Texans. And the Texans had a good defense.
Yeah, but if he was one of those guys you knew, you would know him from there. And, maybe he probably was like one of the piece, extra linemen or whatever, with them.
He's 27, bro.
More
He's
bodies,
young.
the better.
He's a
Young
nose
guy.
tackle. He's
More
only
bodies,
27. Oh, Byron, he's 6'5", 317, bro.
He's kind of lean at 317. That's
6'5", 317 is a little skinny.
Yeah, but like you said the other day that
that's
you said it's a little light, but at 6'5", that's a lot of blocking. Pass blocking, bro. Let me see.
Yeah, but
He ain't
he's going to be
quick,
more
man.
like a defensive end.
Yeah. Well, if they play a 3-4, he'll be playing on the end. He won't be playing the middle. You have that big guy playing in the middle. He'll play at end.
Yeah, you don't want to play in the middle of 6'5". That's kind of big. That's kind of tall to play nose tackle.
Right. Well, he was nose tackle, I think. Position nose tackle. Well, they have him as nose tackle, man.
Yeah,
Maybe that
still
was when
kinda
he's in
tall.
college. Let's see. Yeah. He played for a lot of teams, though. Played for Arizona, the Jets, the Raiders, the Texans, and now the Giants. So we'll
He's
see.
been
Hey,
around.
we're building line, right? We're just getting line. Our depth chart for the line is getting bigger, right? We still got players we got to go to. Well, here we got some more stats on Fotu. He forgot to do this. Fotu's best season was with the Cardinals. He had 28 tackles, 2.5 sacks, and became a more consistent start in the middle of the defense. So he played in the middle, bro. So maybe he's just, he's
Still
able
kind of
to
taller
do.
than me.
Hmm?
You got to be able to bend. You got to bend those knees so he don't get chopped up.
Yeah, but I think with that other guy, he's not going to be playing middle. You know what I mean?
He's good depth.
Mm-hmm.
What you need depth.
But look, he's got 28 tackles, and our Detroit Lion guy had 28 tackles. Right? So we'll see.
They're not there for tackles. They're there for eating the offensive line. Suck up those double teams.
If you're getting tackles, though, Joe, you're hitting your tackles. You're not tackling receivers,
right?
So if you're getting tackles as a lineman, you're tackling running backs,
right?
Right. So that means you're getting through the line. If you're getting through the line, our linebackers are free. You understand?
That's right.
If you're making tackles, so the fact that you're making tackles, that means you can get past the lineman quick enough. And it means the quarterback's got a problem, and then our linebackers could either sack or play back and do coverage defense, right? So really not so bad.
But on the flip side, if the defensive lineman is getting through, he's not doing his job.
Yeah. Well, wait a second. You're right, but if he's making tackles, he's doing his job, though. You understand? Like, think about it. Like, you got 28 tackles. Both guys had 28 tackles. The other guy was one of the highly, ranked guys that were in the free agency. If you're making 28 tackles, that's a lot of tackles on a running back, right? And then if you're making 28 tackles, you tell me, Byron, if you're making that 28 tackles as a D lineman,
if you spread that
means they got to stop you. That means you got to hold up. That now they got to stay with you because they don't want you to make the tackles. Now our linebackers make the tackles. It's one or the other.
Yeah, but if you really think about it, if you spread those 28 tackles over 17 games, that's really not a lot. 2 tackles maybe a game. Their job is to take up blockers. That's their job. The front three, that's what they need to do.
No doubt. But I still say that if the guy that was highly touted free agent has 28 tackles and the guy we picked up has 28 tackles, right? I think that he's got to be okay, and he's only 27. I'm trying to see.
You want plenty of bodies in there. You want to be able to,
right.
You want to be able to rotate these guys.
Exactly. Depth. Rotate them in and out like the Eagles do.
Depth. If you're in the middle, the Eagles do it all the time.
I agree with you. I'm just saying to you, he's got similar stats to the guy we had before, right? So what do we got here? Boom. Giants wide receiver Darius Slayton had surgery on his core muscle injury recently and is expected to be sidelined throughout the team's offseason program. Dude, we can't get receivers that can't stay healthy, bro. All right, Joe, this one's for you. Gila's draft class, round 1, pick 21. What do you think about him, Joe? Let's talk about your draft. We got a lot to talk about the Giants. Tell me about your draft. And tell me about Aaron Rodgers. What is going on there?
We'll start with the draft. I was at the draft. It was in Pittsburgh, and it was a really cool experience.
We were looking for you.
Yeah, you didn't see me? I waved to you.
We saw you. We saw you.
We picked you out. There you go, right there.
Is it there? There's Joe. Yeah, the white guy. The Steelers gear. Yeah, the Steelers. They were hoping for either wide receiver or tackle or cornerback or something like that. And it looked like a wide receiver that Makai Lemon was going to fall to them. And because the Steelers picked 21, and the next team was the Cowboys at 20. And they said, well, the Cowboys don't need a wide receiver, so we could pick them. So they did nothing. They actually called the wide receiver, which was really dumb. And the Eagles came in and traded up and stole the pick. So, yeah, this Ian Hecor is supposed to be a good raw tackle that has a lot of potential, but it's just kind of weird how it worked out. They ended up getting a wide receiver in the second round, so they got a wide receiver, but it was just a weird situation and kind of embarrassing because it was known that they wanted this wide receiver.
And so, what do you think overall? Would you grade your team?
The draft, I would grade it a B, I guess. They did get they got a guard. What's his name? Dunker, who has a redhead and he has a mullet, and he throws bales of hay. So he's already a legend. So that's going to be interesting.
That's
and
hilarious.
then in the 7th round, they got this kid who went to the Naval Academy, and he's from Pittsburgh. And they drafted a Pittsburgh kid in the 7th round. That was a really cool story. And he looks almost exactly like Christian McCaffrey. He looked like it's like he's a clone of him. So it was really weird that he fell to the 7th round. But yeah, overall, I'd give it a B minus.
A B minus.
Go Navy.
Oh yeah.
Let's see what we got. All right, so then talk to me about Aaron Rodgers. What's going on there?
Oh, Aaron Rodgers is doing the same thing he did last year, where he supposedly hasn't decided whether he wants to play with the Steelers or not. So there's just been talk for 4 or 5 months now. It's like, what is he going to do? What is he going to do? In reality, they already worked a deal out. The problem is he doesn't like this whole OTAs and all this spring stuff and the mini camp stuff. He just wants to be ready for the training camp, and that's it. So he hates doing this stuff.
But
so
just say that though. I don't understand why he.
I wish he would. But you know what the problem is? He did when he was with the Jets. He signed and then he went to Egypt or something like that and skipped OTAs, and people were so mad. So he can't win either way. He either avoids coming to the team and people get mad, or he signs and then skips it and then people get mad. So either way, people are getting mad. But there was just talk today that he's coming in this weekend to sign. So we'll see. I think all along the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers have had a deal, and they know he's coming in. It's just making it official. So it's going to happen in a couple weeks, probably.
Yeah, I just think that again, I was talking about Tomlin. I think which is because McCarthy's going to be the same way. McCarthy's not going to be a new coach without knowing what this guy's doing. You know what I mean? I think McCarthy's knows what's going on. They talked about it, and he's not going to mess around with it. You know what I mean? If not, he'd already be making moves for a quarterback.
Exactly.
Right?
If they didn't think he was coming, they would have got someone else. And by them saying, now they did draft this Drew Aller from Penn State, who is just a extreme developmental quarterback. Maybe he'll be good in a few years or something like that. He just has he basically has Josh Allen's body, but he doesn't have Josh Allen's head. So that's the problem. But really they didn't really do anything in quarterback position. So it's obvious that they're going to keep Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Well, let's see. You need a receiver, though. What are you doing for receivers?
They did trade for Michael Pittman, who was with the Colts. So they have a second wide receiver, and they got DK Metcalf, and they did draft a guy in the second round, Jeremy something. So they think they're okay at wide receiver. They still need a little bit more, but they think they have 3.
Mm-hmm. You think you have 3? Okay, we'll see. We'll see what happens with the Steelers there, but I'd like to see something happen here. Round 2, pick 47. Is that your guy?
Yeah, Jeremy Bernard from Alabama. He's supposed to be just a real good, solid wide receiver. Never drops
so
it.
They're usually pretty good.
Alabama, yeah, I can't go in good pedigree. So, yeah, we'll see.
I just don't like McCarthy. I'm not a big fan of McCarthy.
Yeah, that was, but they decided to go offense instead of Tomlin was a defensive guy and they wanted to go offense. Their big thing is you need to get our quarterback of the future. Well, you can't do that with a defensive guy. So they figured, well, let's get an offensive guy. And the only other really offensive coach out there was that kid in with the Rams, that one coordinator, and they just decided he wasn't ready. So they said, well, then we'll go with McCarthy. They know what they get with him.
Yeah, I just they didn't only go with offense; they went with an older guy.
Right. Oh, when it first happened, I was freaking out. I was very upset, but then I understand it. And I mean, McCarthy is from Pittsburgh, so it's like, what did you just get him because he's from here or something, or did you just get him just to bring Aaron Rodgers back? That's the initial thought, but he's known for being an offensive guy that develops quarterbacks. I think that's the main reason they got him.
Right. Well, let's see. Let's see. The beauty with him is if Aaron Rodgers is your quarterback, which we're assuming, Aaron Rodgers knows how to manage the clock. Right. McCarthy, I'm not a big fan of his clock.
Right. Well,
right?
Yeah.
So,
McCarthy
having
is
a
legendary for
veteran quarterback,
management.
having a veteran quarterback, you don't have to worry about time management, right? When it comes to McCarthy. I guess these are some more of your picks.
Yeah, Drew Aller was the quarterback. That's the very developmental. Jennings Dunker is that guard who has the flowing red mullets, which is amazing. Just look him up. He looks like something out of he looks like Paul Bunyan or something like that. He's a big kid from Iowa that throws around stacks of hay stacks. And he eats like crazy. He's like the prototypical offensive lineman.
That is hilarious. So you got some decent picks there. You got a lot of picks.
They had a lot of picks.
You got a guard. You did pick up a quarterback.
Yeah. They got a lot of picks because they thought this was the year that they were going to get their quarterback. And then what happened was there weren't any good quarterbacks. There was only basically one, maybe two good quarterbacks to get. And so this wasn't the next year is supposed to be the year for quarterbacks. So they loaded up for this year and it didn't happen. So then they just made a bunch of picks.
Yeah, because with Drew Aller, the quarterback from Penn State, he was supposed to have been the guy this year, but he got hurt, during the season and sort of fell out. But he's big. He's like 6'5", 230, 240, quarterback can throw the ball a country mile, but for some reason he just
it's in his head. He has apart. He just like whenever there was a big moment in his college career, he just did not come up. And his problem is reading defenses and coming up clutch. So hopefully they could, but I mean he has the ideal size and all the physical attributes. He just needs to put it together in his head.
Well, as long as you're developing some stuff, I hate to say, I want to see, and I got a combination. I still think that, I still like Tomlin, but I think it was time for him to leave. He did exactly what I thought, and then he's going to be an analyst for a while, and I think he'll be back at coaching. But you never know. Cowher never went back. All right. But I think Tomlin likes being around the players. You know what I mean?
I could see it going both ways. I could see him doing like 1 year of the TV thing and then going right back into coaching because he misses it. Or he could say, wow, this TV thing is really nice. I'm getting paid a lot of money to do very little work. So maybe I'll stick around doing that. So it could go either way. I think he would be great on TV because he's just such a he's a great motivator. And anytime he's on interviews, he's really good. So I think he could be really good at it if he wants to be. So we'll see.
Interesting. All right, well, we'll move on from there. But I think because he's a players coach, he likes that camaraderie or be around the players. I think he's going to be a great analyst too. So let's go there. All right, round more picks. These are you.
This is the Steelers. Yeah. This is really weird. The only thing this Caden Weechin does is return kickoffs and punts. He's not even a wide receiver. He's just a kick returner and a punt returner. That's it. He's supposed to be really good at it, but it's kind of weird to spend a 4th round pick on just that. But okay, that's what they did.
Interesting. The well, look, at least you're trying to pick up some offensive players, right? You need to put up some offense, but your defense has to do something. I'm sorry. I mean, like the second you guys were the highest paying defense, it seems like you went backwards. Would you agree, Byron?
Well, their defensive guys are getting up there in age. That's one thing. They need to get a little bit younger on that side because I think the defensive tackle was it Hayward? Yeah, he came.
Cam Hayward.
He's back.
He's 30. He just turned 37.
Then you got Watt he's on the other side of 30. So yes, they're getting a little long in the tooth on defense. They should have addressed that, but that's their thing.
I think the defense will be better because I think that was part of the problem is Tomlin is a defensive coach and he had his system, but I think there was I think it was either too predictable or stale or not modern enough or whatever. So I think with a different scheme, a different philosophy, because the pieces are there. There's a lot of talent on that defense. Obviously, they're paid so much. So I think with a different scheme, they could be better because I think it just didn't work under Tomlin.
It worked enough for all those guys to get paid. I mean, you guys were winning on defense.
Yeah, it worked. It worked enough, but it didn't work. It worked to a certain point, and then that's it.
All right. I don't want to keep going through every single one of these picks, but according to Santiago, he's expected to resign. So I think it's everything we were talking about. How about this one? Steelers signed tight end Jaheim Bell for a 1-year deal. What do you think about that?
He'll be 3rd string. I mean, the problem with the Mike McCarthy offense is he likes to use like 3 wide receivers. So, and they already have 2 tight ends. So I don't know what's, this Bell is probably going to be just a backup that doesn't play much.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then Chase Claypool is trying out for the Packers.
Chase Claypool was a 2nd round pick of the Steelers, I think in 2018 or 2019. And there was one game where I believe he had like 3 or 4 touchdowns in one game. He had an amazing rookie season, and then it just stopped, and it just never materialized after that. I think he just had an attitude problem. He believed his own press clippings. He thought he was way better than what he actually was. I don't think he put in the work. It just seemed that way. But whatever happened, it just seemed like an attitude problem and that he never overcame. And now he's trying to get back into the league.
Well, we'll see. This is pretty exciting news. Patrick Mahomes is way ahead of schedule after tearing his ACL. That's pretty scary. I don't like to see Patrick Mahomes hurt, but I think, Kansas City's I think they're re-upping. I think they're going to be good again this year.
Yeah, but
I agree.
Okay, he tore his ACL. Do you really want him to rush it and come back when he shouldn't come back? Have they fixed that line enough, to protect him where he doesn't have to, be Patrick Mahomes and, run the way he does? I would.
I don't think Andy Reid. I think Andy Reid's smart enough to give. I don't think Andy Reid's going to rush him. I just think when they say he's ahead of schedule, it's just that he's advanced better than he was at. That's all. Andy Reid's too smart of a quarterback coach to mess with that. Remember, they got Eric Bieniemy back. They didn't they pick up the MVP for the Super Bowl?
Kenneth Walker. Yeah, I think they did get him. Yeah.
So, they're gonna run, right? How Seattle lets him go. That was my whole point, right? Like, the argument was, well, who's won the last game with a running back, and they put Kenneth Walker. Like, okay, that's true. He never scored a touchdown, but he had some good yards. But really, to me, I thought the field goal kicker should have won it. He put up 5 field goals. He was 5 for 5 in the Super Bowl. Has never been done in the history of all 60 Super Bowls.
Or one of those defensive guys should have won.
Or one of the defensive guys. Exactly. Now, don't get me wrong. The guy did well. He put him in. You could argue that he put him in position to put, to get the field goals and so forth. But the fact that someone who's never done it in 5 for 5 in 60 years is pretty impressive. And then number two, the fact that the defense, you know what I mean, held the other team, right? Should have got it too, right? To be able to win on to win the game only on field goals. That's a defensive game. Would you agree, Byron?
Yep.
If I win and I only won because my field goal kickers were kicking field goals, which I've won a few games like that, but not 5, like 3 field goals. Defense, we won 9-6. That was a defensive game.
Defensive guys get no love.
They get nothing. Nothing. Here, a little bit more. Mahomes is in good position to participate in OTAs later this month and could potentially return by week 1. Potentially. I don't think Andy Reid's going to do that. He's going to take his time.
Yeah, but what if Mahomes
valuable.
wants that?
Yeah, but, you got to remember, those Chiefs had 5 years of long seasons. Long seasons. I mean, would you agree? 5 seasons. 3 of them were in, or 4 of them were in the Super Bowl, right? I think. And then they were at the AFC championships. I mean, all the time. That's a lot of football.
That's a lot of football.
lot of football. You're talking about 17 games. You're talking they're playing a minimum of 20 to 22 games over 5 years. That's 100 plus football games. That's not counting preseason. That's a lot.
Patrick Mahomes is a bubble wrap. Put
Yeah.
Patrick in bubble wrap and break him out later.
Russell Wilson weighing New York Jets
Oh,
offer while exploring TV career opportunities.
Aren't you glad you don't have to deal with that anymore?
No. You too. The both of us.
Right.
What makes me laugh is, again, your Thanksgiving dinner table with the Rooney Maris. Like, here, take Russell Wilson. Sure, I'll take him. And the Rooneys are like,
Okay,
well, you're
all right.
we only paid him $1 million. You paid him 22.
Pass the mashed
Okay,
potatoes.
all right. Let's throw this out there. What kind of announcer do you think he would be, Russell Wilson?
Terrible.
Me personally, I don't think he'd be any good at it.
No.
Yeah.
He is the most phoniest dude ever. Every time he talks, it's like, oh, everything's the greatest, everything's the most wonderful. Like he hasn't said he will never say what's actually on his mind. He'll just be like kissing everybody's butt and saying all wonderful things about it. Nobody wants to hear that. People want reality. People want something that's real. Not something that's phony. He is the phoniest person ever.
That's how you really feel about him, Joe. I don't think he'll be a good announcer, right? I mean, usually the announcers are guys coming off of great seasons, right? He's had some terrible seasons his last 4 years, right? What's he going to talk about? Just how bad somebody plays? Hey, I wish him the best. I don't wish anything bad on anybody, but I kind of agree with you guys. I don't, his wife is, remember, we said he wants to come to New York because of his wife, right? So we'll see what happens there. All right. Texans owner fully committed to Stroud after down year. What are your thoughts on? I like CJ Stroud.
He had a really bad off postseason. He had a great rookie season. It's kind of been pretty crappy after that. I don't know. That's a little scary.
Well, time out. Remember, we all said that CJ Stroud and Jordan Love, we thought they were going to continually improve, and they both went in the opposite direction. Right? I mean, we all said, look, man, these guys are going to be good. They're tough. They won a playoff game. I was convinced that Green Bay was going to make a run because of their age. They picked up Micah Parsons because of Jordan Love with all the stuff they were doing, and they really weren't. They didn't live up to what I thought would have been the hype. And same goes for CJ Stroud. So, maybe they have an off season. It is what it is, but both of those guys haven't improved as well as I thought they would. What are your thoughts, Byron?
He was, like you said, from his rookie year, he was fantastic. He did all the right things. And then last year, when you watched that playoff game, and it was like, who is this guy? He was
Yeah.
absolutely awful. All he had to do was put up 10 points, and they probably ended up Super Bowl. That defense was that good with Houston. He was the reason why they didn't advance, all the way to the Super Bowl because he was terrible.
Exactly. If he was just okay, or even just a little below average, they would have won that game. He handed New England that game.
Yeah. Right. It ain't easy in the playoffs, man. It just ain't easy. And New England was just playing tough, man. So we'll see what we got here. All right, here's the question, Santiago. Is Victor watching NBA playoffs? Yes, I am. Just not as much as I normally do because it's just I'm too tired. It's too many games. I am impressed with Wemby and the way that guy is playing, though. For a guy that big, I mean, he plays like a little guy and a very big guy.
He is a future. I mean, he already is a superstar, but he is approaching Michael Jordan, Shaq, LeBron levels of like just taking over the league. It might be happening this year.
As long as he doesn't get hurt, number one, and number two, I think he has got to put some weight on him. They got to bulk him up, hit him up with some steroids, do something. You got to put some weight on him.
Oh, steroids! You can't say that.
Well, now, I don't know if it's illegal there, but I mean, now they got all these things that that people are doing that they're allowed to do. So, I mean, but bottom line is that guy needs to put on weight. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but look at all these guys like back in the day, like Ralph Sampson. Ralph Sampson was not Mr. Muscular. He probably about 220, 225. He was like 6'5", 7'5", or whatever. And a lot of those guys that size really just they just not thick. Where like Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's probably about a 7-footer. What does he weigh? About 190 pounds, 200 pounds, and he's played almost 20 years. With that. And it's just that Wemby comes into the league. He's 7'6" or whatever he is. And, he's got guard skills, and he can handle the ball. He can do this. He can do that.
He's shooting threes.
Maybe that's crazy. Back threes.
Yeah, maybe that's just him. That's what the league is just going to have to get used to, and he's going to get used to playing at that size.
He's playing some hell of a basketball. And the Knicks look pretty good. Let me tell you something. I will tell you about the Knicks. So, Foggy, if you listen, I'm impressed of how well they're playing with Mike Brown as the coach. Because I was like, and I don't have anything against Mike Brown. It's just, Thibodeau took them to a place where they haven't been in 25 years. And now they were also complaining about that he was playing his players too long. Maxey played the entire game. Now he's injured. So I'm a little confused when you got players complaining that you're playing the bench too long. You know what I mean? And the coach is doing the same thing. I think, by the way, I think Mike Brown's doing a hell of a job because their defense looks a lot better than they were in the past. I mean, they're crushing teams. And winning that second game last night, and then back to Embiid. What's your feelings on Embiid? I know you don't like Embiid, Byron.
Mr. Fragile, man. Come on, man. He's got the new title, Mr. Fragile. This dude has been hurt more than the games that he's played in over his career. I think it's like 600 something out and 600 something where he's actually played. When he plays, he puts up, MVP numbers. When he doesn't play, which is most of the time, they don't fare as well. But I've never seen it do well. I can't compare. Bill Walton was like that. When his first couple of years when he played, before he hurt, his foot problems or whatever, he was the greatest center, out there at the time. Then when he started getting hurt and breaking down, then pretty much was over. But Embiid, everybody around here is like, dude, man, come on, man, you're hurt again. This is what it is. But he's
same
fragile.
Thing every single year.
About guys like him, though, why do they look at Giannis but Embiid always looks out of shape, though. Maybe that's the way he's built, but Didn't you call him one time, Byron? That you just think sometimes he's kind of lazy. Like their game, the speed, the game when they play, they have to slow it down for him. You know what I mean? He just doesn't look in shape. I mean, you could be big and in shape. To me, the best guys that were in shape that I read with Carmelo. Carmelo was crazy shape. So hey, we'll see what happens here. Oh, so we got the predictions now. He's talking basketball.
Oh my
What else you got for
God.
football,
It's
Byron
just,
and
he ends
Joe?
up.
Go ahead, Byron.
Oh, oh, my favorite guy, man. He released our guy, man. Elijah Chapman, the defensive tackle that we had that ran down a running back. He got released from the practice squad. He was a fan favorite. He was like 6 foot tall, 278-pound defensive tackle. Ran down a running back in the preseason. They used it at fullback, this past year, and now they didn't cut my guy, man. So hopefully they bring him back on the practice squad. But I love me some Elijah Chapman.
Elijah chat. That's funny. Let me get rid of this. Yes, I'm watching it, but I'm not watching the full tilt. A little depressed with the Lakers. I want to see Luca come back.
Too late now.
Why?
It's,
The
it's
game's
too late.
1-1, isn't it?
It's too late.
No,
Yeah.
they're expecting him if they can get through 5 more games, he should be able to come back. But he's still going to be, it's going to be can't be come off too hot.
Put some duct tape on it. You'll be all right.
All righty. So what do we think? What do you think of the hottest? Some of the hottest teams going into the NFL this year? Starting
Honestly,
the season.
the Giants. I mean, how many games did they lose by one score last year?
We went through that like 5, 6.
Right.
5.
Right. You could easily turn those into wins. I'm saying Giants are going to win 11, maybe 12 games.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Byron, whoa, Byron.
That's
It's
a
only
lot.
17 games. What do you
That's a
think they're
lot.
going to win? What do you
That's
think
a
they're going
lot.
to win? Well,
I'm going for-
what place in the division you think they're going to be in?
First.
Third. They're gonna get nine wins. 9 wins.
And they're going to be in third? No, I think they're going to win the
No.
division.
The
I'm
Eagles
picking
are-
them to win the
The
division.
Eagles are still.
I am also
The
picking
Eagles
them
are
to win
still
the
the
division.
Eagles.
The Eagles aren't going to win it.
still the Eagles.
Eagles are
They're gonna
in
get rid
trouble.
of AJ Brown. They're talking about Jalen Hurts. I mean, there's just something. They're a disaster team.
The Dallas Cowboys are going to be a little bit better. You think? Watch out for them because they're loaded up on defense. They're
one
going to be a lot better on defense.
You think they'll be better without Micah Parsons?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Their big thing is,
Put it this way.
Dak is going to get hurt again. Dak gets hurt almost as much as Embiid.
Wow.
I mean, am I wrong?
Dak's in better shape.
Not by much.
Nah, Dak's in good shape. All right. So who do you think? What do you predict next year? Who do you think is going to be in the Super Bowl next year? I know it's early, but just let's talk a little bit of football. I'm excited.
Packers and Broncos.
Ooh, I'm impressed with the Broncos. I'll tell you that much.
You
And
know who's?
didn't the Broncos pick up another receiver?
I think so.
They
Yeah.
picked up another receiver,
Waddle.
really good receiver. Yeah, that's right.
Waddle.
Oh yeah, that's right. From the Dolphins. Yeah.
Mhm.
You know who's going down? The Patriots. That was Cinderella all the way, and they're gonna be in as bad shape as their coach right now.
Oh, I forgot about him. Yeah, but he's not getting. You notice he's not getting in any trouble, other than with his wife.
Besides with his wife, yeah.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble there.
Well, so is the lady. She's married too.
Cost her career.
Yeah, she's done.
Yeah. Now, are they still together? Is the question.
No.
Nah.
If they're not together, then she's bad. She's in bad shape because at least she'd have Vrabel to take care of her.
Nah. He begged for forgiveness, bought his wife probably the biggest diamond that she's ever had in her life. Makeup diamond.
Oh, that's a 5-year makeup, dude. He was with her for 5 years, wasn't he? That's a long time.
Well, he better get a big ring.
That's fine. That's funny. All right. So, Joe, what do you think? What's happening with you? What about your conference? What do you think is going to happen there?
I think Cincinnati is going to be good. You know, the way injuries go is when you're healthy one year, you're injured the next year, and when you're injured one year, you're healthy the next year. That's why the Giants are going to be so good. They got all their injuries out of the way last year. So the Cincinnati had a lot of injuries last year, so they're going to be good this year. I think the Broncos will be good. I don't know. I don't know about the Bills. I think their time might be done. But I don't know who's going to be. I think maybe everybody will be bad in the East. I don't.
In the AFC?
I think it's the Broncos' time because I mean they were real close last year.
Let me tell you something. That's impressive with Sean Payton though, because you're talking about. I really thought that division was so hard with having Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert and Harbaugh as the coach there. You know what I mean? That's a tough division, right? And I don't know what the Raiders. We don't know what's going to come out of the Raiders, right? We just know their quarterback is paid well. Kirk Cousins.
You know who could be good in the AFC? Jacksonville.
Yeah.
They could be really
Why are you
good.
laughing, Byron?
Yep.
Jacksonville, yeah. I like to see him. I like Trevor Lawrence.
Jacksonville's going to be.
Indianapolis might be good too. I don't know. They got Danny Dimes. You know how
Sunshine.
Yeah, you know what he does to a team.
Yeah. As long as he doesn't get hurt again, that's the bottom line, right? Because they were really well with him. And then Anthony, was it Anthony? What's Richardson?
Richardson.
Yeah, I mean, he's just never panned out.
Hurt.
$1 million body, 10-cent head.
Yeah, I just never panned out. All right, well, hold on a second. We got a comment in here. Sonia, go Knicks. Go Knicks. Well, they're playing good. I mean,
go Knicks.
For them to beat Boston, Philadelphia is a lot easier than Boston. I'll tell you that much. But then Jason Tatum didn't play, so
yep.
But we'll see. What I liked about the Knicks though is that they're defensively playing really well, and they're putting up offense. You know what I mean? But what's his name? Karl Anthony Towns is just cannot get in foul trouble like he's doing, right? And Embiid, we're going to see what Embiid has to do to come back, but they got a chance to come to win. So we'll see what happens. All righty, Joe, why don't you tell us how our listeners can, find you? Tell us about your show and what's happening in Pittsburgh.
Donut Bag Podcast, Mondays at 8, talking Steelers. Lots to talk about. Byron? Byron's commenting? What?
Byron? I see no Byron.
My sister.
And that's not Byron. It's Byron's sister.
No.
Sonia Jones, no what?
No.
Oh, you're saying no to your sister. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is that your sister, Brian?
Yes, Sonia's his sister.
Sonia, come back to the Giants. Come back.
No, wrong sister. Wrong sister.
Oh.
Wrong sister.
No. Okay. No, Sonia's the one that
Oh, yes, Sonia's the one.
Giants.
You got Sonia and Vonda. Vonda's the one who graduated. Sonia's the one. Man, I'm so tired, I forgot. Yes, Sonia, come back to the Giants.
Back.
We took your tackle. We took your tackle. Your own teammates are leaving. They're coming back to the Giants.
Stay where you at.
Byron is just cruel. Byron, we're luring his sister back to the Giants. He's like, stay there. Stay in
there.
Detroit.
We're good.
Stay there.
He's upset. That's funny. So, hey, we're taking your players. You might as well come back to the Giants because we'll see what happens. And Detroit's got to make a turnaround because they were good for 3 years. They're not doing as well.
No, they might be done.
Maybe they had their 3-year run, but we'll see what happens. All right, Joey. So we can hear it Mondays at 8 p.m. Correct?
Yes.
At the Donut Bag, and listen to the show. You can hear all things Pittsburgh. Joey gives you boots on the ground of what's happening in Pittsburgh. So if you're a Steeler fan, you want to hear about Pittsburgh Steelers Mondays. Mr. Jones, as always, thank you for your time. Thank you for joining and for being part of being my co-host for so many years.
Iron Man.
So tell us what's going on with the kids. What happened?
Oh my God, they were killing me today.
He had two kids just abandon him. He had 2 kids pull a Sonya on him.
No.
They left his team to another team.
Yep, they traded themselves before I had a chance to trade them. They just left. I'm like, what the hell?
They just walked off.
Yeah, these guys suck, man. I'm going over here. I was like, really?
There's only 2 games left, and they left.
And and then today they sit there, they started acting up and what I was like, yo, man. I said, why is it every Thursday y'all just start acting up? I said, why is that? I said, I got the podcast to do. I got this. I said, yeah, just go crazy. Next, one of them sit there and go, he looks at me, he's like, yeah, I got a question for you. Why are you so fat? I'm like, what?
Ooh.
I'm like, are you kidding me?
That is just, how old is this kid? That's disrespectful. 9. I would have had him run suicides the rest of
right.
I would have had him run suicides the rest of the game, of this practice.
No, I did the best. Oh, hey, where your grandfather? Because grandfather comes out there all the time. I said, where your grandfather over here? I fix you. I went over there and was like, yo, he said X, Y, and Z. Next, took care.
There you go.
Yeah, your grandpa don't.
He
mess
deserved
around.
it.
Yeah, you can't be disrespectful to an older gentleman. And what else happened? You said there was you had a couple defectors. You left early.
Yeah, and then I'm sitting there. I was like, it was just too much. It was like chaos. And I'm sitting there, like we had them playing games or whatever. Next thing you know, they're sitting there, they're arguing amongst themselves. I said, you know what? Today's Thursday. Guess what? Be gone. I'm done. I said, I didn't have enough. Practice? I can't take it no more.
You
I cut practice. About 15, 20 minutes short. I was like, nah, man. I said, you know what? Here, give me my ball. I took the ball because they thought they were going to play amongst themselves. I took the ball, walked up, got in my truck and drove off. Left them all of them standing right there. Every last one of them.
Do you have practice tomorrow?
Nah, we play a game on Saturday. I didn't even tell them what time to show up on Saturday. That's how mad I was.
You think they're gonna show up?
I don't know. Maybe not.
Don't you coach with Eric or no?
No. Because we're getting ready to go to tackle football. We're getting ready to go to tackle football next month. So, is what it is.
Tackle football a little better than the.
Oh, it's a lot better because you can do a lot more to them.
Yeah.
But yes, I was a baby and took my ball and went home. Yes.
Took your ball and went home. My goodness, literally.
Yes. He's a 6'6" baby.
I went home with my ball. Damn right. Yes,
I needed that. I think we need to end the show there, Joe. What do you think?
That's amazing.
That's awesome. Well, Byron, I commend you for volunteering coaching with the kids, man. I give you a lot of respect for that, but you don't deserve any young man talking to you like that. That is not a way for a young man to be talking. I'm glad that grandfather took care of him. All right, gentlemen, you enjoy your evening. Until next week, Jersey Boy Sports Talk every Thursday live at 8 p.m., streaming live. Listen to us at 8 p.m. Let's get it on. Take care, fellas.